Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is CeeChronicles and I go by that name on all my social media platforms. Now, if you're joining us here for the very first time, I post fragrance related content weekly and consistently. And if that sounds like something that interests you guys, please do consider joining us here by subscribing. Click the subscribe button, make sure it turns gray, and voila, you are part of the family. To those who are returning, thank you so much guys for the continued support. Thank you for the well wishes. I have been up and down with my health, and you guys have been so supportive. Thank you so much for wishing me well. Now, welcome to a fragrance review video. Today we are going to be talking about Eternal Coffee from Paris Corner. First off, let me say thank you, Paris Corner, for giving us this fragrance. I think they've been listening to their consumers. So we are going to be talking about this fragrance. Comes in this box, and the bottle is this. Look at this, guys. Beautifully done, well thought. It actually looks like a container that I'll keep my coffee in. Now I'm going to give this fragrance a couple of sprays in the box for the purpose of those who want to see the atomizer. And let me say, I'm also wearing this fragrance as my fragrance of the day. So the atomizer for Eternal Coffee is like that, right? So that is plenty right there. Note pyramid for Eternal Coffee is milk, caramel, and coffee at the top, followed by coconut and something that feels like fresh cream in there. Why I say so is they did not put fresh cream, they just went on to say milky, but it does feel a lot creamy. So I'm gonna say maybe there's a creamy note or cream in the mid there, followed by heliotrope. And the base of this fragrance, guys, is sugar. And this sugar, I might say, to my nose feels like that baking sugar, like a thick brown sugar, that sticky sugar. That is what it feels like. So I'm gonna pass it off as brown sugar. And then it has tonka listed there, musk, and milk again. So do expect a double dose of milk in this fragrance, making it a lactonic fragrance, if you will, right? This is a unisex, creamy, milky gourmand, okay? But make sure you love coffee before you purchase this fragrance, because on first spray, guys, my senses are energized by a realistic, creamy coffee permeating into the air. So I'm in like a coffee scent bubble with this fragrance, guys. And let me add that this coffee doesn't feel like just the dark roast. It doesn't feel like the strongest dark bare brew of coffee without milk. It feels very milky here. So expect an overly creamy, rich, milky, sweet cappuccino like fragrance without strong aroma of freshly brewed coffee. Another thing that I like, guys, with Eternal Coffee is the combination of the notes in here. I mean, the coconut, the milk, the cream, the heliotrope have been used in enough doses to make it feel like just a cup of coffee, if you know what I mean. Because the same notes, especially with the coconut there adding on to the milky creamy feel, can easily push a fragrance to become like a heady buttery scent, and I do not get that from here. As an example, I'm gonna say I did come here maybe 2 weeks ago with Kaheela. I'm not saying the two fragrances are similar, but they're similar in terms of they are electronic fragrances. I came with Kaheela, the Unlimited Edition, and I did say that coconut in there leaned a lot buttery, a bit heady. I don't get that here. They have put the ingredients enough to keep with the theme of what they're going for, to an extent, guys, that you are going to have your senses transported to that imaginary frothed creamy milk layer of a cappuccino, if you will. That is how they have done it here. So it absolutely nails what they're going for. The only thing I would say is a con, guys, for this fragrance is, in as much as it's addictive, with that coffee brew there taking center stage, I personally get to enjoy that particular feel for about an hour, pushing it an hour and a half. It seems to be either Paris Corner did it deliberately to just make sure that those ingredients or those notes stick around for around that time, or it's a fragrance that doesn't bind the notes to carry through, you know, the entire time you wear this. Now, why I say it could be a deliberate mix by Paris Corner is because maybe, you know, they just had to be careful with that, making sure that you don't smell like coffee all day, or it's just that the notes do not bind to an extent of stretching over 2 hours. So you will enjoy that coffee for about an hour and a half. When you spray it, your scent bubble is going to smell like this. You will leave a trail for about 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes stretching it, and after that it tends to kind of take a back seat, bringing up the caramel together with that tonka. So it dries down to be like and by dry down I mean saying the 2 hour mark to the end of the way of this fragrance, you are going to carry a tonka in caramel and a bit of some heliotrope there. One tip I'm going to give you here is I noticed that this particular DNA seems to stick on a little longer on, say, woolen and thickly woven clothes like what I'm wearing, you know, now. If you spray this on like silk or on chiffon, weird as it sounds, it doesn't hold on that long. It sounds ridiculous, but that is exactly what this fragrance, you know, has done. I mean, if I want to enjoy this fragrance, I've got to make sure that I'm wearing something that is, you know, thickly woven there, and maybe it's just that the coffee holds on, you know, longer on such you know, clothing as opposed to just something light. So expect a lot of coffee there in the 1 hour, 1.5 hour mark, you know, stretching it to 2 hours, after which it becomes a fragrance that then brings out the tonka and a little bit of a caramel there. The sweetness also goes down, the creaminess goes down, and then you get wafts of like a heliotrope there, and then later into the wear, maybe 5 hours plus, it then turns into like a musky, barely smellable coffee fragrance. If you're on the hunt for this fragrance, I noticed that Aroma Concepts have got it, so you can purchase it from Aroma Concepts. And no, this is not a sponsored video. I'm just giving you, you know, leads of where you can purchase this fragrance. If you're in South Africa, Dubai Perfume Cafe have got it. They had it, it ran out, and then they are restocking, so you can check out Dubai Perfume Cafe for this you know, fragrance. Great fragrance overall, despite the performance. I managed to, you know, get mine for under $40, so it is affordable, if you will. Now, remember when I did my Our Rehab fragrance reviews, I did say that I was on the hunt for French coffee. Would I purchase Our Rehab French coffee should I find it? I'm going to say absolutely, guys, because based on the reviews for French coffee, it seems to be that dark roast, you know, that holds on a little longer. Well, according to the reviews, I don't have it here. But in contrast, this gives me the coffee note and then, you know, the creaminess, a lot of creaminess there, a smooth and coffee, if you will. So yes, I would absolutely purchase, you know, Our Rehab's French coffee should I find it. More so that most of the reviews seem to be saying that one puts you in a coffee, you know, like a dark roast coffee scent bubble the entire time. So it would be a fragrance that I would still purchase, you know, should I find it. However, if you can't find that one, I would still say, you know, this is not a bad fragrance overall. It's just that it turns intimate, and so some people are going to have longevity issues with this one. And another thing is, some people may not like the lactonicness of this one, because yes, it is creamy, though not heady. It is a very creamy fragrance, you know, a very milky fragrance. So make sure you do like lactonic fragrances before you purchase, you know, Eternal Coffee by Paris Corner. Anyway, guys, that is what I had for you. This is the packaging again, and this is the bottle. Eternal Coffee by Paris Corner. Warm, comforting fragrance, a mood lifting fragrance for coffee lovers or those who just love the smell of coffee. There is another one, a green one, but I haven't got that one. It's Meadows something. I'll see if I can add it to my collection, but I'm a bit guarded there because I don't like fragrances that are too green, but we'll see as time goes. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section where we obviously discuss more about fragrances. Let me know what you think of this fragrance. Let me know if this review was helpful and if you already have this fragrance. Turn on post notifications as well. That way you get to be notified anytime I upload a video. And most importantly, guys, have you subscribed? If not, then why not? Like and share this video, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.